YouTube, we are back at it with another video, and I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Today we are on Sandbox Motocross. This is created by Slabs 710. This track is located in Michigan, so it's based off an actual track in Michigan. A couple things to note: if you actually purchase Sandbox, you can get more land in Valley MX for free. So it's a buy one get one for free. So I purchased Sandbox. So in the next video, we're gonna do more land in Valley MX. If you guys also remember this, Slabs actually created the Sleigh Grounds 3 track, or I should say compound, back in the day. So make sure you guys check this one out too. It is free. It's on the mods page. I'll link this one in the description below as well. But there's a couple things I wanted to talk about today. First things first, look at the new controller overlay. Big shout out to my boy Tyler for creating that. What do you guys think about the baby blue? I think it looks pretty freaking sick, if you ask me, dude. I think it looks pretty damn sick. He asked me what colors I wanted, and I was like, dude, just come up with something random, right? And he went the baby blue. I really like the color blue in general, so it looks pretty sick in my opinion. Big shout out to Tyler for creating that. Couple things I wanted to talk about besides that, obviously, was the Ace Moto GP and what we did with the gas, kind of just talking about the gas plus the Yamaha and any other bike that we kind of go for. First things first, the gas. Oh my god, I don't think the video definitely doesn't do it justice of how bad I struggled. There's definitely some laps in there that I just kind of showed you guys really good laps, and then I only really showed a couple laps that were like very bad. I didn't really show you guys too many of that. Like the first moto was actually pretty decent in my opinion. The first moto was pretty decent. Overall, I think I was like top 15 going into the second lap, maybe something like that. And we got all the way up to 11th, and I was behind Kazi, made a mistake, got into the back of Kazi, and we kind of went down from there. We dropped down to like, I think at one point we're down back to like 18th at one point. And then we crawled ourselves back to 14th, which it was difficult to get to 14th. The gas, I really don't know how to explain it other than it's not stable. I would go around corners. I felt like I was fighting the bike to stay smooth compared to, say, the YZ, where I don't have to fight anything. It just is like smooth. I know that the YZ is the meta. I understand that. I just wish that other bikes were in play. And that's one of the reasons why like I felt like I couldn't really do too much. I felt like if I was really smooth on the throttle and I was just staying consistent, I would be fine. But as soon as I got any type of flusterness, whether that was getting lapped or if that was trying to make a pass on someone and I took a different line than the line that I was generally at, I just felt like the gas wasn't able to handle it how I think the Yamaha could have. I feel like the Yamaha, you could just go anywhere on the track and it would feel smooth. The gas, you had to hit your marks. Well, I had to hit my marks, I felt like, just to be smooth on the track. Now, is the gas that bad? I don't think it's that bad, honestly. I know, like, in the video I said it's like very bad and do not use. I think if you can get a good setup, I think it's viable if it's a really good setup and you know how to handle it. Maybe if I spent a few months on the bike, we can probably get a really good setup and handle the bike and just kind of understand how the bike's going to play. With only riding it for about a week, maybe a week and a half at most, man, going to an actual pro race, that was the struggle bus. I definitely do not recommend doing that. I do not know how we survived. We got 14th in the first moto and then 15th in the second moto. I feel like you can use the bike. It's just not good at the same time. There's no stability with it. I felt if I was coming into a corner super hot, it would somehow just like the back end would bounce really high, and then I would lose my all the grip going into the corner, and then I would spin out because I'm trying to get my power to the ground, right? And then it would just spin out and I would crash, right? Now I hopped on the Yamaha later that night after everything. I got off, made dinner, got back on the game, started editing the video and stuff. So after I finished all that nonsense, I hopped on the Yamaha and I ran 2 seconds faster, and my ideal time was 4 seconds faster than my hot lap qualifying time. Now, I understand that I already know the track and, like, you can't really compare the lap times. I don't think you can compare the lap times to a degree. You can definitely compare it to, like, certain areas, like certain sections, you can say, but the bike's just going to be better, so the lap times are going to be better, if that makes sense. But overall, I just felt smoother. Like, the first corner, for example, after the finish line, you take the sweeping and then you take that dive into the inside rut. I was on the gas. I was bouncing inside the rut and hoping that I didn't crash. On the Yamaha, I went around that corner so smooth every single time. Like, it's just incredible to me how smooth the YZ is compared to every other bike. I hopped on the Suzuki for a bit. I actually think the Suzuki we could possibly do something with the Suzuki. Someone commented on the video last night, or yesterday I should say, that I should ride it. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll give it a go. I don't know how fuck Hemi does it, dude. I just don't, because I hopped on it for a bit. First off, it like revs and then it goes to a low gearing sound, like a low rev sound, which is really weird. I just don't think it's going to be as smooth as the YZ, and that's what you need, especially on JV tracks. And I hate that we can't use like other bikes and stay competitive, because I feel like if I was on the YZ, some of the mistakes I had wouldn't have occurred. Some of them definitely probably would have occurred, like regardless. Say for example, the Kazi one, like that's just, you can't predict that, right? You just can't predict that. I would have crashed regardless if I was on a YZ or not. I think if I was on the YZ, I definitely think I could have been in the top 10. I know for a fact I could have done really well. Will I use the YZ next week? I really don't know. I don't know. If you guys want to see me struggle on another bike, or at least try to attempt it on like the Suzuki or another bike, I was thinking maybe the Honda or something like that. A couple people in the chat were telling me try the Kawasaki. I have a video on the Kawasaki. I didn't like it at all. But if you guys want me to try it, let me know. Please let me know in the comments below if you guys want me to try a different bike than the YZ and kind of stay off of the meta until we go to outdoors, and then we actually are staying on the meta. Like there's just no way that we can't be competitive without being on the meta, but it's fun to battle with everybody on a different bike. I think I said that in the previous video or during the stream or something like that. It's definitely fun to battle, but it's definitely not rewarding when you just hit like a weird bounce and it just Poboso physics you, compared to the Yamaha. You hit that same weird bounce and you just stay alive. I think a perfect example, if you guys go watch the video, I'll link it in the description. Washed bounced off the triple off the track and survived. I don't know if you guys noticed that, but he legit bounced off the track, survived, and then swerved in front of me. If I was on the gas, you know I'm dying. You just know I'm dying there. That's one thing that the YZ is just so much better. I even mentioned in my Discord to my boys, I was like, can we just get the YZ suspension on every other bike and then I'll just rock every other bike? Unfortunately, I don't think you can do that. There's some rumors that they're going to be updating the bikes and stuff like that. I don't know if that's any actual like evidence of that's going to make the bikes better or not, but I don't think we're going to be touching the gas until they fix something. As I said in previous videos, I want to give you guys one like favorite thing of mine. We haven't done it in a couple videos, and the next thing I want to do is like sports. I think you guys know, if you guys are into the streams at all, if you guys ever stop by the streams, you guys know that my favorite thing to do is watch some sports. Like I used to have a jersey wall behind me. I took it down, obviously. I think it looks way better now, but the jersey wall was one of my favorite things. And I'm a big Phoenix guy, Phoenix, Arizona guy, all sports. Cardinals, we suck ass. Phoenix Suns, we're in the playoffs. We're actually going to be playing here in about an hour for game 6, or game 5, I should say. I'm just a big sports guy. I love sports in general. Basketball, football. I don't watch too much baseball, but we watch baseball a tiny bit. That's one of my favorite pastimes. I mean, growing up, I legit like did everything. I played football, I played basketball, I played baseball, I did motocross, I did BMX. I did a bunch of random things. One of the reasons why, like, I just love sports in general. I'm also like a stat freak. Like, I know a bunch of random stats that I don't even know why I know. And I love just talking about sports in general. So that's why, like, if you guys ever mention it in the I would definitely clap back my opinions on sports and everything like that. I love doing that stuff. So make sure you guys go check out all these tracks. I'll put everything in the description below, so make sure you guys go check that out. In our next video, we're going to do more Land and Valley MX. That one should be fun. I haven't even done any laps on it, so maybe do that a little bit here and then make a video tomorrow, or maybe kind of just be surprised and do it tomorrow. Sandbox, he said it was a novice intermediate track. I don't know about intermediate track. I think it's more of a novice track, and I think it's a good beginner track, novice track. I really do. Definitely a good sand track to get used to. So I definitely think it might be a play for like those guys trying to get into the sand tracks and stuff like that. Thank you guys so much for the love on the previous videos, dude. I don't know how to explain it, but that track day R video popped. I really do appreciate that. Every video this week have been going crazy, so I just appreciate you guys for real. Thank you guys so much for that. I appreciate you guys for real. Thank you guys so much for the love. Make sure you guys check out this track, and we'll catch you guys back here in the next video. I'm out. Peace.